What was it about the program that made you say, I'm committing to doing this?
I think I just knew that was a dead end for me. If I was keep doing what I was doing, keep trying to become someone else, I was never going to be happy. I was giving myself goals after goals after goals, reaching that, and then still be unhappy.
Hello, my loves. It is Nikki Sharp, and welcome back to A Sharper Life, your one-stop shop for all things healing, transformation, and inspiration to help you live a more fulfilled and joyful life. So I know what it's like to sometimes hear people speak about their lives, and you're like, no, you don't get it. I have a full-time job. I have demanding hours. I have a family. I am overwhelmed and I am burnt out. I don't have time or sometimes money to invest in myself. And you may even listen to people on this podcast who seem like they've never experienced any challenges and they've never been in your shoes. I mean, can you relate? But the thing is, that couldn't be further from the truth, because I love interviewing people who have lived normal lives, who have made tremendous shifts to living their dream life and showing what it takes. And this podcast episode is exactly that. So Ilaria was part of my Instagram community who listened to me share messages that you too can change, but she didn't really feel that it was possible. She was in a place of that I'm sure, honestly, many of you can relate to, of numbing herself. She was binging. She was drinking too much. She was shopping, spending money, all to avoid dealing with the feelings inside. She was chasing quick fixes, did diet after diet, all of which led her to feeling worse. And truthfully, she was losing hope. But yet Ilaria wanted to live a life of fulfillment, passion, ease, and joy, everything that I talk about. She wanted to be free from the sabotaging cycles, but she wasn't sure what it would look like or how she would get there. And I really want you to think about your own life right now. Are you in a similar place where you are numbing or distracting yourself, where you're spending hours on social media, where you're not able to lose the weight that you want, or you're not in a fulfilling job or relationship? And Ilaria heard me speak about the Ultimate Transformation Program with the guaranteed results, and she instantly said yes to the higher version of herself and joined UTP. And so as you're listening, I really want you just to picture yourself and wherever you are right now, because there is hope for you. But I want to also just point out that in the beginning, she told me that she was shy and she didn't want to share in the group. She wanted to be on the, peripheral edge of it. And she thought that her problems were too small, that people wouldn't relate. And that couldn't be further from the truth. And what happened next was just incredible. It has been 6 months since she graduated, and Ilaria's life has completely changed 180 degrees. Her biggest dreams have come true, and she is at a place of truly living a stress-free life. And I don't know about you, but that sounds like something to aspire to. She is making more money than she's ever expected. She's traveling more. She feels at a place of ease and joy. And she lost the weight that she was carrying 2 months into the 4-month program and has never thought about dieting again. Her friends and family and partner constantly comment on how incredible her energy is, and she couldn't be happier. Everyone goes to her for advice now that she has this toolbox that you get from UTP. And in this episode, she shares how she knew that there was something more for her. But she went all in when joining UTP, and the dramatic shifts that it had in her life are palpable. You will hear them. So if you are feeling a lack of ease within your body, or you're going through sabotaging cycles, if you're feeling stressed out or overwhelmed in your life, just listening to Ilaria will give you hope. And all of this happened in a 4-month period. So if you've been waiting for a sign or just some inspiration for what is possible for you, this episode is for you. All right, my love. So you have graduated from UTP and you had quite a transformation
Mhm.
during the program, and I'd love to hear, where are you now in your life? How are you feeling?
Oh wow. So at the moment I'm in a space where I feel really happy in my skin with myself. I really have a good love for myself, for what I do, for every decision I make in every aspect of life, from work, relationship, friendship, health. I am able to split my times traveling, do the things I love, and I have to say I'm pretty stress free actually, which these days it's so rare to hear that. But I am pretty stress free and happy.
Which I just love hearing that, because I remember when we did the discovery call and you were sharing in the discovery call and also why you joined UTP that you were feeling really depressed, stressed out, highly stressed out, anxious. You were numbing yourself with food and alcohol. You'd been in the restrictive cycling, of diets for years and years. You've done so many self-help things, meditation, gone to retreats, and nothing had worked. Can you tell me more about how you were feeling when you joined UTP and what made you join the program?
It feels so weird to talk about it now because I feel like I'm talking about a different person. Before joining the program, everything on paper in my life was good. I had a good job. I was self-employed. I had my business. I had a lovely house, my boyfriend, my pets. I was on paper happy, but inside I had this constant anxiety, this constant feeling of not being enough, and that was leading me into do anything I can to reach this level of perfection that wasn't achievable. I was never happy. I will always look for the next thing, for the next diet, for the next workout. I was always trying to numb this feeling, and that was me going out partying, that was me shopping, that was me overeating, binging. It was a cycle of self-destruction and self-hate, and it was horrible because I couldn't see the way out. So when
And
UTP.
I was just gonna I was gonna say I think so many women can resonate with that, of that destructive cycle where there's something in your life that you just don't feel good about. Sometimes you can't quite place it. You don't know what it is. And sometimes people are really clear on they don't like their job, or their relationship is making them unhappy, or their weight is making them unhappy. And yet you've tried everything and it's not working. And so what was the catalyst, and like, why did you join UTP? What was it about the program that made you say, I'm committing to doing this?
I think I just knew that was a dead end for me. If I was keep doing what I was doing, keep trying to become someone else, I was never gonna be happy. I was giving myself goals after goals after goals, reaching that, and then still be unhappy. I knew it wasn't the number of the scale that was gonna make me happy. It wasn't the number on my bank account that was gonna make me happy, because I was still so unhappy. So I needed to change something deeper. And I just had this gut feeling that when UTP came out, and I just knew that's what I need to try. That's what I need to do. I just followed my instinct, and I'm so grateful I did.
As am I, because you have had, I mean, so many people in the round of UTP that you did had incredible transformations, but you really came out of it, as you said, a completely different person, which is why it's almost hard to relate back to the girl who I had that discovery call with, and speaking about all of these challenges, and to hear that you're stress free and you're loving life. And I know during the program, and it was actually like 2 months in, halfway through the program, where you lost the weight that you had been carrying. Can you tell me about how you did it? Because I think so many women get caught up on, let me try a new diet. Let me, measure my scale every single day. Let me do this new thing and then get frustrated when it's not working. And you unlocked the keys from what I teach in the program, and you lost the weight and you've never put it back on. So can you tell me what happened for you?
So I think that I started to love myself again. And it was a slow and steady process. And as you said, after a couple of weeks, few months, you just look back and you can really see the change. And I mean, okay, I've seen it on the scale, but the change for me was was deeper than that. I just started to love myself. So as a consequence of that, I wasn't looking to binge. I wasn't looking to over-exercise, to punish myself. And that automatically, the result was that my weight was dropping off. And also, I think because I was living this life of restriction, over-exercising, then drinking, binging drinking on the weekends, my body was holding on to loads of inflammation. My cortisol was probably to the roof. So the moment I started to be more present, I started to love myself more. As a result, the change was quick.
So beautiful. And I remember when you shared that with me and in the group. And I'd like to actually talk about your experience with the community, because there are like-minded individuals, and oftentimes people come into the program and they say, I don't want to share. I don't like sharing in groups. And by the end of it, the very people who say, I don't, and I think you were one of them, saying, I don't want to share anything in my life. And by the end of it, you all are so connected, begging me to put on a retreat. Can you tell me and let the listeners know your experience from the WhatsApp community, the Zoom calls, the teachings, just the overall program and community?
So I definitely was one of those that didn't want to share at the beginning. I thought I was just going to join UTP, sat there, look, but I was feeling so shy. I was feeling that my problems were probably so small compared to others. Who's going to care about what I have to say? And instead, I think that I even ended up in tears one day during one of our calls. I never felt safer, and I never felt like this level of trust in a community. And with some of the UTPs, or some of the my UTPs group, we're still in touch, and it's beautiful. And we all celebrate each other, and it's really rare to find a space to really feel so safe. It was a fantastic container, and I don't think I never experienced something like this, because even sometimes with group of friends, you don't feel you can open up to the extra level. But because we were all there with the same intentions of, bettering ourselves, it was the best community. I loved it. That was probably one of the best side of UTP.
I couldn't agree more. And even for me, I love waking up and reading the WhatsApp messages, and I always respond to everyone as soon as I can. And so it's just this constant dialogue and chat of people sharing their wins. And it's so beautiful to see women like you who came in fearful of sharing in a group, turning into, being one of the most inspiring because of all the changes you saw. And so I would love to then go a little bit more into your life now, because some of the dreams that you had in terms of what you wanted to do after the program, what you came to achieve during it, to overcome the binging, the numbing, the restriction, you had also said that you had a few goals of UTP, and you didn't quite believe that you could get there in the beginning. And yet I want to go into those.
Okay. So initially, when I joined UTP and decided my goal were all about be able to have an healthy relationship with my body, with food, without having to binge and restrict again, and be able to love myself. And I achieved this 100%. After UTP, we kept working together. And like an onion, like you said, we start slowly to peel all the layer. And one of my deepest dreams was the one to build a family. And I never thought that I could one day, not simply for, for a physical point of view, because obviously my old self will be so worried about getting pregnant, the weight gain, but also on a how am I going to lose myself? Who am I going to become after? Instead, probably after UTP, after our sessions together, I never felt more ready for it. I never felt more ready. I never felt this level of trust in myself. And on our last call, we discussed this
It
topic.
was our last
I
call.
opened up and I said, Nikki, I do have this big dream. Now this is my goal. I want to build a family. And after a few weeks, I actually felt pregnant, which is amazing. And I'm currently pregnant now. And I am so happy. And despite the troubles on the first trimester, that obviously can be really challenging, I find myself facing these challenges with compassion, with a different mentality. And that has made the whole journey easy and beautiful.
I have goosebumps right now because I remember when you shared, and I don't know if you messaged me privately or if you had put it into the UTP WhatsApp chat, as we keep them open, and everyone was celebrating you, and it's just such an incredible thing to see dreams coming true by doing this self work. And so I'd like to go into UTP is a pretty hard program to describe. I have a hard time marketing it, and when I say marketing, getting people to sign up so that they can transform themselves. And this is I give everything I can, but at the same time, you kind of come into the program a little blindly because you have no idea the changes that you're going to see. So, how would you describe UTP to a friend that you are talking to?
So, well, it is a very, very effective program where, as you say, there's a lot of hard work that you will need to put on, but the reward is absolutely second to none. The way I describe it now is you gave me new keys to open new doors into my mind. And that means getting rid completely of all these old narratives that I had in my mind that were blocking me from achieving my dream, from being happy, from being stress-free. And now I do have an amazing toolbox. And that doesn't mean that, bad things will happen in life. Sometimes there's going to be a stressful day, there's going to be a bad day, but we'll make it a beautiful bad day. And having this toolbox, I just feel that UTP gives you that safety and that trust that everything, you can face everything will work out. And I think that when we have this deep belief and we have this trust in ourselves, we can really do everything we can, and getting to know ourselves to then be able to make the choices and live the life that we really want.
I love that. And I got goosebumps
Me too.
because it's just, I know this whole time, it's just everything you're sharing. I just love this program because it's such a powerful community. And just as you are literally the testament to the changes that are possible. And it's so interesting for both of us to think back to the version of you when you started. And I'm like, that girl is so far gone, but you also needed to go through that in order to then join UTP to get to where you are now. So I really just feel like this is such a message of hope and inspiration for someone who might be sitting in your shoes and thinking like, I mean, why would I join? Or I can't, or the financial investment, like it's a lot of money. And what I'm hearing is that when you do the work and you join this program and you become part of the community it is literally life changing and your dreams will come true. And I think that is just, I get so fulfilled getting to teach this. And you know that I'm so passionate on the calls every single week because I love getting to share this because it's changed my life. It's changed your life. And so I'd love to hear, what is your advice for someone who's maybe on the fence about joining, or they're thinking about the financial commitment? What would you tell to that person right now?
I will tell to that person what I would have told myself at that time when I was on the fence, because obviously because of money, obviously because of the time commitment, and all the doubts that can come up. And the advice that I will give is that you're never gonna change your life if you keep doing the same thing. So my other advice then is, the moment you join UTP, go for it. Go for it. Everything Nikki said, do it. Do the exercise, be active with the community, because I think that what you put out there, Nikki, it's a big gift that you give us. All your knowledge, all your methods are life-changing, and it is really worth it. It's going to be worth it, your time, your money, more than everything. So yeah, go for it.
Thank you so much, my beautiful Ilaria. This has been such a pleasure to chat with you and hear your story, and just the message of inspiration and hope to people that are feeling lost in their life, or going through the numbing, the restricting cycles, the binges, those who, like you know, may feel like they have everything and yet they're still unhappy. Or maybe it's someone who, you know, you don't like your relationship right now, or you don't like your job. We go over all of those different sections, and I want to thank you, Ilaria, not only for coming here to share your story and give others hope, but for doing the work for yourself, because I know that it's had an impact on your family, on your friends, on your partner, on your soon to be child. And it's, you know, what a beautiful gift to
No,
give
thank
yourself.
you, Nikki. I always said to you, I'm so grateful, so grateful for you, for your work. And yeah, I can't wait to keep working together, because when you start, then it's never ending. Never
It's a
ending
never ending,
journey.
beautiful
Yeah.
journey.
Think,
Thank you, my
yeah,
love.
I think that with UTP people, well, they look for the quick fix, like 3 days, get me, change my life, kind of thing. But there's nothing like that. Like, as you said, you need to really work on your subconscious. You need to really change your belief, and that takes time and takes exercise. So I know that might sound scary to really commit in time to do your homework, because you probably last time you've done homework was when you were at school, but it's worth it. It's worth the time. I tried all the quick fix because I was addicted to the quick fix, 1 week retreat and then expect to change your life, lose all the weight, eat healthy and be spiritual. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. So I just think, because it's built in a way that you achieve a very sustainable, in a sustainable way, you achieve a change in your deepest thought, in your subconscious. It's that's what it makes it so magic.
I mean, I couldn't agree more. And I created the program based on my own life of the eating disorders, the quick fixes, always chasing the quick fix, and it never worked. And really getting to the root, understanding, or helping people to understand of, we have to go into that subconscious mind. And while we do that, we're plucking the weeds, planting the seeds, watering it daily. And it's also a testament that the clients, they want to continue. Like we were just talking that you want to join again. I have multiple people that do one-on-one, then they join the group, they do a group, they do it the next time. And that's not because it doesn't work. It's actually because they love the changes so much. They want to
and
keep
it's a
going
never-ending
with it.
process. Like, even myself, I go back to my dream binder, I go back to my journal. It's just a tool that you're going to have for life. And trust me, you don't want to stop. You never want to stop then.
I hope that you enjoyed listening to Ilaria's absolutely inspirational story, and one of which where she's in your shoes. She was in your shoes, and she has completely changed her life. and she is living in a place of abundance. She is living her truest dreams of having a family, and everything that she's doing now, she's attributed to the change and transformation that she had in the Ultimate Transformation program. And I just want to point out that you deserve to live a life that you love. You deserve to radiate vibrancy and vitality. You deserve to feel confident in your body, in your career, in your relationships. And so if you are ready for your next level of spiritual growth, doors are now open for UTP. And we are so excited to welcome you to the class of September 2023 for the next round of this life-changing program. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. But I really hope that you have listened, you've taken some inspiration, because at the end of the day, if Ilaria could do it, so can you. And I am living, breathing proof that coming from a place of feeling like Ilaria and feeling down about myself and binging and doing all of the same cycles and patterns, and now getting to teach everything that I've learned that has transformed my life, I just cannot wait to welcome you for you to see your own transformation. And until next week, here's to a sharper life.